Say Brakatay Yahweh, Brakatay Oshai, Brakatay Yahweh, Brakatay Oshai, Brakatay Yahweh, Brakatay Oshai. First and foremost, want to give our praises and honor and Oshai. Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule at a great millstone. And blessed sanitation to the Akiums and the folk on the earth to pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. I want to do a commentary on this RT News, published the 21st of September 2018. It said remedy the mistake or bear the consequences. China hit back at the U.S. over sanction on military. So these is showing that these weak nations, they're strong now. They know they could talk to the they're talking to the whore anyhow right now. And the only way you could speak like this to the whore, hey, you gotta got power. Right? I mean the military, the strong and the allies strong too. Right? It said Beijing has threatened that Washington will face the consequences if it does not withdraw the recent batch of sanctions against China over military cooperation with Russia. Everybody who do, all these nations who buy in Russia missile defense system, are buying Russia well, military planes, or anything to do with military equipment, from Russia, America putting sanctions on these nations, just like what they did with India and Turkey. They putting sanctions on these nations, right? Because these nations building up what the armed force, they building up the military, right? He said China foreign minister did not Slovakia. Yeah, it's China foreign minister did not mince words, saying Washington should immediately correct its mistake before it is too late or face the consequences for the decision. And hey, 10 years back, China couldn't speak like this, to to America. They were they were running on them. So these nations, these weak nations, strong now. Right? These weak nations, they're strong now. It said we strongly call on the U.S. to remedy the mistake and cancel the sanction. Otherwise, the U.S. has to bear their consequences. Spokesperson Gen Sheng said, as cited by China media. So these are strong words coming from the Chinese, from Moab. These strong words. You got back in. He said Trump administration slapped China equipment development department, the country leading arm acquisition, with penalties on Thursday to purchase Russia Su-35 fighter jet and S-400 surface-to-air missile system drew Washington ire, right? And this word means anger, right? He said the U.S. stressed that Moscow is in the fact. Salakia. He said the U.S. stressed that Moscow is the ultimate target of the restriction. Yeah, because America, you see Russia, they fear Russia. The scripture said Babylon had heard a report of them. Russia and Russia allies, because they're well equipped, they're powerful. So Babylon's scared. So Babylon, putting all these restrictions on these countries like Turkey, China, India, and anybody who do business with Iran, they're putting sanctions on them. And all these nations is allies, allies to Russia. So when they're putting these sanctions on these other countries, it's to put pressure on to target for Russia, and they keep provoking the bear. They keep provoking the bear, and the bear gonna snap. You know, hey, this is World War III. This that they can nothing can prevent this. You know, this is prophecy. Two war pass, and behold, the third come quickly. You know, this is World War. All these sanctions and these tariff that we see America and China going back and forth, and all these other sanctions America putting on these nations. This is war, right? He said the U.S. measure will not, however, affect single Russia's strategic cooperation, which will only further grow and gang stated. Right? He said the latest punitive measure appeared to be nothing but an instrument to shield U.S. financial interests. Right? Because these nations ain't buying these nations ain't buying US, yeah, American equipment. Everybody going to buy Russia. You know, everybody going to Russia, you know. You understand? It's a sanction are used as a weapon of unfair competition. You know, this is war, and that's how war start with all these sanction and tariff. You know, financial war. You know, all these things are war start. And we see Turkey and Turkey. You know, they done away with the US with the petrodollar. We see China, Russia, Iran. You know, it's a sanction I use as a weapon of war, of unfair competition. All of this we perfectly remember from the situation with the Nord Stream 2 sanction. Senator Konstantin, the head of the Russian Upper House Committee for International Relations, said the punitive, right? They said the punitive measure are part of China-related hysteria over Beijing. He said over growing economy, which is currently sweeping Washington. He said author um, and historian and Gerald Horn believe, speaking to RT, he said the analyst said the U.S. is well advised to halt the aggressive approach to avoid unpredictable consequences. Right? He said if this particular escalation on Washington continues, then it is no telling what the ultimate results will begin. Right? Will bring Salaki, the ultimate results will bring, which is going to bring. Horn told RT, adding that both Washington and Beijing will be affected by the consequences. And then this, you know, you understand? So these are strong words from China. You know, if America, you know, will back on the sanction, they know they got to face the consequences. You understand? These are strong words, right? And this the scripture said the weak shall say the strong, right? Get some precept there, right? So these nations, you know, they going at it, you know. They're tired of this, they're tired of the whole ruling over them, right? They're tired with that. You get Isaiah 14, start at yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 6. He said, he who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke, he that ruled the nation in anger, and that's how America rule his nation in anger. He who smote the people with wrath and with a continual stroke, you know, continue putting sanction on his nation because they're not doing, you know, because they're buying the equipment from Russia. They're still doing business with Iran. You know, continue to put sanction on them. You know, he said, he that ruleth the nation in anger, that's how we rule in anger, is prosecuted and none hinder. You know, nobody not gonna be side when this whole fall. 9, he said, from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee. At thy coming, it store up the leaders, these are the nation. These are the nation. Even all the chief ones of it had raised up from the throne, all the nation. He said, all they shall seek and say unto thee, God become weak as we. Our dog become like us. And that's why China is telling me, hey, if you don't take heed of the sanction put in on us, you know, you're gonna bear the consequences. You know, that's what China say. China say you're gonna bear the consequences. Um, it said China foreign minister did not mince word, saying Washington should immediately correct its mistake before it's too late or face consequences for its decision. And them is strong words. You understand? And this with Isaiah 14 and 10. He said, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave. Yeah, proudness. And the grave going down to what? You're going into slavery. You understand? You're going down low. You're going to be destroyed. Kingdom going to be destroyed. Right? And you're going down to the pit. Right? He said, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy voil, the worm is spread under thee, and the worm covered thee. You understand? This is what going to happen to these devil. Right? This is what happened to them because the ruling nation is in anger, and these nations standing up now. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 9. He said, proclaim he this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Right? Beat your plowshare into sword and your permanent hook into spear. Let the weak say I am strong. And these plowshare and permanent hook, this is what these nation is used to, you know, for the agriculture. So they're taking this money now and investing in what? In military equipment. And this way you see China, um, Turkey, India, and all these nations doing. You know, they build up the military, and the weak saying they're strong. You understand? This with the weak, them saying they're strong. So these are strong words that, you know, China speak against America. Them is strong words, right? Let me read the part again. Right? It's a China foreign minister did not mince words, saying Washington should immediately correct its mistake before it is too late or face consequences for the decision. You understand? So them is strong words. Right? It said, assemble yourself, verse 11, assemble yourself and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourself together round and about thither, cause the mighty one to come down, O Lord. Right? So let me just get one more close off here. This is Jeremiah 50 and start from 43. Right? So Babylon's scared, you know. That's why you see using all them sanctions to put fear in these nations to let us stop. But these nations are gonna stop. You know, these nations have no fear for Babylon. This is Jeremiah 50 and 43. He said, they shall hold the bow and the lace, they are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roll like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, every one put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. So these nations preparing to come against America. You understand? This is what this nation preparing to do. Verse 43, he said, the king of Babylon had heard the report of them, and his hands weak, wax feeble. You know, they're weak. You know, the hand are weak, they're scared right now. You know, he said, the king of Babylon had heard the report of them, his hands waxed feeble, anguish took hold of him, and pangs as of a woman in travail. You understand? And this will happen. You know, so these nations strong and they're preparing to, you know, go to war. You understand? World War III. That's what this nation preparing for. And we are ready. World War III already begin because all these sanctions and these tariff war, hey, just lead to war. They're gonna lead to the missile flying. Right, and with that, let's not edifying. I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule at a great millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiams in the folk and the earth to put in the godliness in the spirit and truth. Shalom.